What is up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the official podcast of Rocklahoma. I am your host with the locks that rocks, your favorite cyborg to die for, Adam Richmond, and this is Surviving Rocklahoma, coming at you live here on Facebook Live. We are so glad to have everybody joining us in this live stream. I already see a couple of folks in the comments. I see my Camp Mardi Gras co-hostess with the most is Christy Gross is in the comments. I also see Mr. George Washington of the Rocklahoma Campgrounds himself, the unofficial president of Rocklahoma Campgrounds. What's up, David Henderson? So glad to have everybody with us. I'm so sorry that we were not with you last week. I was once again under the weather, but we are here live this week, the week of Thanksgiving. So we're going to have a little bit of a special show for you all. Speaking of the comments, I see Paige Jordan from Camp Drunk and Irish is in the comments. So, yeah, as I was saying, we got a couple of things to be talking about. You know, it is the week of Thanksgiving. Now, since we had last went live, we went to the shrine for SLUTfest. And it's not like what it sounds, folks. I'm talking about the festival celebrating and supporting local unsigned talent. It was an amazing show. We had a whole host of local bands, and a huge shout out to Tyler and all of the folks in Shelter in Place and all of the other sponsors who put on that festival. It was an absolute blast. There was a lot of the local music scene in attendance, and it was just a great time. We're going to have some highlights for you that we're going to play here a little bit later in the show. We're also going to be talking about a benefit concert coming up this weekend. Cancer Sucks. We're going to be bringing you some details on that as well. We're also going to have a little bit of a Rocklahoma Rewind. We sat down with several artists in the media tent at Rocklahoma this past year, a couple of months ago, Labor Day weekend, and one of those bands, Surge, was just an absolute pleasure to sit with, and I'm going to bring you that interview along with some of their tunes as well. Now, we're not going to have time to do a lot of musical features tonight because we just got a lot to talk about. And let's face it, it's the week of Thanksgiving. I know a lot of folks have got a lot of things going on. Me, myself, I've got a lot of resting up to do because I know it's going to be a busy couple of days this week. So with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and crack into the show. First, let's do that by paying some bills. What do you say? First up, we got DEB concerts. I wanna rock! And Rocky will be doing, as I mentioned earlier, he is one of the sponsors of the Cancer Sucks show that will be this weekend at the Canes Ballroom, hosted by the voice of Rocklahoma, Eddie Trunk, along with Stephen Piercy of Rat and special guests Quiet Riot. That's going to be this weekend, the 30th, and I'm going to be doing everything I can to get there, and I have it on good authority that there might be a couple of surprise people in attendance that I'm hoping that everything comes through, because this is going to be a big one, folks. I can't wait to see everyone there. And when he's not doing stuff like that, he's also he's the man that powers the stage inside the Roadhouse at the DEB concert stage in the Roadhouse at Rocklahoma. And be sure to check out DEB Concerts on Facebook for more information. Also want to give a huge shout out to At Your Service Rentals. Brett is the only person I know of that will bring a portable restroom and a swimming pool to your campsite. And you know what? They're even different water. So but yeah, I'm telling you, man, At Your Service Rentals are man, that is an asset to your campsite. So don't be like that dude over in the dark looking for a place to go poo. What are you doing over there, buddy?
Shitter was full.
Yeah, he didn't call At Your Service Rentals. Also want to give a lot of love, a big shout out to Rocklahoma, one of our great friends and folks that we've been working together for years and years, almost as long as we've been doing this show, to be honest with you. And they've just got an amazing message that I completely believe in, because they believe that music is medicine, and they're doing everything they can to bring that medicine to veterans who and active service personnel who have, they're out there protecting us. They are putting their lives on the line for all of us, and we are so glad to give back to all of the veterans. And we've been doing that by giving away concert tickets. We've given away over 200 passes to Rocklahoma and Born and Raised, and other concerts as well. So be sure that you check out Rocklahoma, and if you would like to collaborate with them, be sure to check them out on Facebook, because you never know what they got going on next. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Rocklahoma bitches, a couple of ladies who love to support the local music scene, and they are one of the sponsors of this weekend's Cancer Sucks at the Canes Ballroom. And when they're not doing that, man, they've got that swag and just facilitating a good time in the rock family, the rock community. So be sure to give some shout outs to the Rocklahoma bitches. Also want to give some love to our proud partner and sponsor, Photography by Angel Lee, who's been bringing you stunning images of all the festivals that we've covered the last couple of years. 3 years at Rocklahoma, and a couple of years at Rock the River, Rock the Equinox, and also a couple of other festivals as well. So be sure that you check out Photography by Angel Lee so that you can see all of those images from the festivals and make sure that you tag yourselves and give credit to the photographer. Once again, that's Photography by Angel Lee. We also want to holler at the big old bus who's been bringing a busload of debauchery to a festival near you, not just Rocklahoma, but Rock the River and Rock the Equinox as well. And you never know where they're going to pop up. Now, let me tell you, these guys have got the coolest thing ever, just like a literal school bus with a stripper pole in the back, an audio killer sound system. They've always got all kinds of fun events going on anytime they set up. We also want to thank Metalcore Clothing for producing our last couple of styles of t-shirts. One of their shirts is one like this. The proud member of my local music scene. The shirts are available. We also got the tribal logo, the logo you see right there, that awesome tribal skull designed by Photography by Angel Lee. And you can get your t-shirts by visiting the Facebook page. We've got a link right there, and you can order you some t-shirts. Now, remember, every time you buy a shirt, you are entered to win a prize at the end of the month for our monthly giveaways. I didn't get them all done in time today, and I'm so sorry. But next week, we will be announcing our winner for a surprise prize. And now the best way to qualify for these monthly giveaways is one, you can buy some merch from Metalcore or produced by Metalcore Clothing. You can also subscribe to the Facebook page for $4.99. Cancel anytime, and that automatically gets you entered for all the giveaways. Or you can just catch us when we're doing qualifications or contests within the podcast. We also want to give some love to Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, the folks who sell the suds that keep me sauced, and they also support all of a bunch of those parties inside the campgrounds. You know that Monty's always got the best hooch in town, so give some. Be sure you check out Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits anytime you go through Prior, or you might even be able to get some special orders. Now, we like to kick off every show by giving a nice little cheers. Now, he's got me hooked on these Eyingers Oktoberfest Marzen Authentic Bavarian Festival Lager. I got mine at Prior Liquor, Wines, and Spirits. You can get yours as well. So what are you guys sipping on? Jump in the comments. Let us know what you guys are imbibing on this Monday evening. Yeah, there we go. So on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, cheers, everybody. Speaking of Monty, see, every time. I guess I dropped this one. All right. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay. The show, the booze is flowing, so let's go ahead and kick off the show. So as we've been saying, we've got a lot to talk about. You know, we've got some really cool stuff that happened this couple of weeks ago, and it was a great festival called SLUTfest. Now, I know everybody thinks it has a connotation. It wasn't that kind. Giggity. But we did support a lot of local and unsigned talent, and we've even got a little bit of a highlight reel. Here you go. Check this out, guys. So first up, that at SLUTfest 2024 at the Shrine was Off Division, and you know what? These guys kill it every time they play. We've seen them several times at several other festivals and open up for other bands. This was my first time really getting to get up front and enjoy the whole set. And, you know, Chris Bocock was out there keeping the pit moving. Huge shout out to Mr. Bocock himself. So, did you guys go to the show? Did you have any favorites, any great pictures? Be sure you send them on over to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, remember, folks, you can see Off Division as well as all the other bands that played at this festival just by looking them up on Facebook, and that's what supporting your local unsigned talent is all about. Next up was Sabretooth. Now, guys, I absolutely love this band. You know, we've been following them for several years. We first saw them here in Tahlequah. They were at a bit of an underground venue. They were at an American Legion, man, and I've been hooked ever since. And these guys have musically evolved over the last couple of years. And, you know, I'm not just partial because, you know, they played my concert as well, but they've also hosted a couple events in Muskogee called Loud and Local Fest. And be sure you head on over to their Facebook. Their newest single is available now, and give them all kinds of love and follows and subscriptions. Doesn't matter where you are consuming their music. They've got a great YouTube channel, and you can also find them on Spotify. You know, we love the folks in Still Not. They played a couple of the festivals here recently. I know they played at Rock the Equinox. They've also played Rock the River as well. You can find them at local shows as well. These guys are proud to support all of the other bands in the festival. Or excuse me, in the local music scene. Now, these guys are some of my favorite people in general. They just group them in with the biggest hearts. I'm talking about Shelter in Place, this band formed within the pandemic while everyone was sheltering in place. You know what? They said, hey, that's an awesome band name. So they came together. They were also an amalgamation of artists from other bands. And since then, they have been just tearing up the local music scene. Just about every big show that I see and get excited about in town, Shelter in Place is on the bill. You know, it was packed at the Shrine. You can also see, I'm sure you've seen them on the local news channel as well. They played a couple of times at Good Morning Oklahoma. And you're listening to a bit of their song Fade, which is one of their newest tracks. You can find it on YouTube and all the streaming platforms. Here is another band that everybody was excited about seeing, and a collection of young guys that are ready to take the thrash metal by storm. This is She Hates Me Not. These guys were, oh no, no video? All right, hold on, let me see if I can get I thought, Sorry about that, folks. Do we got music now? Well, I totally thought we had music going out. I do apologize for that, folks. I am getting your messages now. Let me know if that music kicks in. But I'll keep talking it up. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. It might have also been flagged for the audio. Once again, well, you can support all of these bands by going to their Facebook page, and you will get access and links to all of their videos. You're listening to Oklahoma Blood right now. No worries, guys. A highlight video is always cooler when you can actually hear the music. But Oklahoma Blood, man, these guys are just absolutely heavy, and they just tore the place up. Now, all of these highlights that I'm playing for you, we also featured on the Facebook page, so you can find the individual tracks on Facebook. And you can find the full-length tracks by going to their social media pages. Once again, this is Oklahoma Blood. They played at SLUTfest at the Shrine a couple of weeks ago. Such a fun show, folks. Were you guys there? Did you get any favorite photos, video clips? Share them in the comments if you can, or send them to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, this is another band that I don't think I've actually had the pleasure of seeing the full set, and these guys were an experience in itself. This is Sixth Gear, and man, they came in with the makeup, and you know I love imagery on stage. Once again, Sixth Gear is a local band here in northeastern Oklahoma. You can find them on several bills and upcoming shows, gigs, bills, whatever you want to call it. Now, be sure to check them out. Sixth Gear on Facebook as well as Spotify. Let's not forget these guys opened for THC this past weekend, and I'm told they were amazing. And once again, that highlight video, you can find the individual pieces of that on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Surviving Rocklahoma @gmail.com. Now that I've switched back to the original scene, I see Facebook flagged us, you know how that goes. So that's why the audio cut out on the first part, but we got it fixed, y'all. So, with that being said, y'all, it was an amazing event. We are so grateful to all of the bands that played, as well as all of the sponsors that were a part of putting that on, and all of you who bought merch and supported your local and unsigned talent. Now, we've also been, excuse me, sorry, got some alerts popping up here. Power just went. Oh, sorry, Christine. Looks like power went out. Let's go back to the comments. I see y'all were helping me out. Thank y'all so much. Still Not was amazing. Vic came out and drank some pickle moonshine with us after her set. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. All right, so I tell you what, we still have plenty of content from Rocklahoma 2024, and one of my favorite parts of working Rocklahoma since I've been doing this podcast is hanging out in the media tent and meeting all of these bands from the big bands that are, towards the, everybody knows and loves and we've been listening to for years and years, to the bands that have been established and been around for a while, and the up-and-comers, the bands who are just getting started and coming together and finding their music and just seeing how their chemistry evolves as a band. And one of those bands that we sat down with was Surge, and I just absolutely loved visiting with these folks. Here is the interview. All right, let's try that again, folks. Nothing works tonight. All right, we're going to get this one fixed for y'all. Video crashed. And I think we have just about got it fixed, done, and done. Once again, let's try this on the DEB concerts. What is up? Welcome, Surge. What is up, y'all?
Hi.
How's it going?
So before we get things going, do me a favor and introduce yourself. We'll go ahead and start over here from the left.
My name is Gus Locke, and I play drums.
I'm Eric Lee, and I'm the bassist in the band.
My name is Kat Jackson. I'm the lead singer.
I'm Dan Martini, and I'm the guitar player.
I dig it. So tell me all, this is your first year at Rocklahoma. Tell me about the performance.
It was surreal. I couldn't believe that we were on the depth.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's fix this, and we're going to try this again. Here we go. I am your host with the Locks That Rocks. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma, and I am joined by some cats who had just played on the stage over there on the DEB concerts. What is up? Welcome, Surge. What is up, y'all?
Hi.
How's it going?
So before we get things going, do me a favor and introduce y'all.
All right.
Well, ain't that just a kick in the sack? Well, I'm sorry about that, y'all. We did have an interview prepared. However, for some reason, the audio on that specific video is not working. So in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can fix it with we're going to try something else. Golly, literally just worked. All right. Well, we unfortunately are going to scrap the replay. I don't know why the audio isn't working. Let's try this one more time. I am your host with the Locks That Rocks. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma, and I am joined by some cats who had just played on the stage over there on the DEB concerts. What is up? Welcome, Surge. What is up, y'all?
Hi.
How's it going?
So before we get things going, do me a favor and introduce yourself. We'll go ahead and start over here from the left.
My name is Gus Locke, and I play drums.
I'm Eric Lee, and I'm the bassist in the band.
My name is Kat Jackson. I'm the lead singer.
I'm Dan Martini, and I'm the guitar player.
I dig it. So tell me all, this is your first year at Rocklahoma. Tell me about the performance.
It was surreal. Like I couldn't believe that we were on the depth stage. Like, oh my gosh, it was the massive crowd and like singing to them and making like new fans and our fans that were there. It was no words to
Yeah, I
describe
can't
it.
believe
It
how
was
many
just-
people showed up that early.
I love it.
I
Have
was-
you all played a lot of festivals and such?
In
We-
Texas, we played like county fairs, things like that, smaller type festivals. Nothing on this magnitude.
Nothing
Yeah.
on this scale.
Yeah,
That's
nothing on this
awesome.
scale. This is amazing.
Well, I'm so glad to see that you all were on DEB Concert Stage. He is one of our sponsors of the podcast, so I want to
Oh,
give a
nice.
huge shout out to Doug Burgess of DEB Concerts. Thank you so much for having this collection of fine artists here in front of us. Tell me a little bit about your sound.
It's like a mixture of like modern classic. It's like it's between 80s, 90s, and like 80s, 90s, and 70s. We want to fit like a variety of people so they can enjoy our music. If like our music has like little pieces of 90s, 2000s, 70s, 80s, so like we try to pick our target audience that can fit in that hole.
I like that.
That's what I tell people is if you like anything from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, you probably like us. You know.
So everybody loves
yeah,
Surge, right?
You know, I don't know how to describe the sound. We just get together, we jam, we make something happen, and you know, we don't pay too much attention to you know, any specific genre in it. It's just like, let's just rock. You know?
That's always the best way to do it. Just
Yeah.
get together and jam. Tell me, how do you all know each other? How did this come about?
Oh man. Well, we're from a small town.
Sure.
Like, you know, small town. I'm talking like 15,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
and-
to Oklahoma. That's every town in Oklahoma.
You know, and you know, we came together. I met you, right? You were playing in another band.
Right.
We started jamming just as you know, as a fun thing. You know, weekend kind of stuff to get away from the 9 to 5. And then later on, you know, we met Kat. Kat, you want to tell that part?
So I was actually looking for a band, and I was really inspired by like Motley Crue, like AC/DC, and like all their stories of like how they were going out and searching for bands, doing flyers and stuff like that.
Right.
So I will like post like these flyers on like, you know, buildings, billboards, just to see like, oh, like you never know who I can run into. So I got into this little studio, and this lady in the front was like, oh, I heard that you were looking for a band. And I was like, yeah, like I have a flyer. Do you think I can like post it? She was like, well, there's a guitar player and a bass player in the back. Do you want to go check them out? I was like, sure. So I went back there. They were playing a couple of songs, and I really liked their style. So I asked if I can jam with them for a little bit, and that's how, you know, I met these guys. Was just jamming and having fun. And
Dude, we would literally get together and just jam and drink beer for fun. Me and Dan. This little thing opens the door and says, hey, you guys need a singer. And so, you know, we just started jamming with Kat at that point. You know, by the time we left that evening, we'd already decided to be a band. We met Gus. You know, actually, Dan, you're the one that knew of Gus from a cover band.
Yeah, I knew him from a cover band, and so I was like, hey, I think I know a drummer, and let's go see if he's, you know, into it. So that night, he actually quit that band to join ours. He's like, I'll go do an original thing with y'all, and let's try and do something cool.
You were in a top 40 band, right? That wasn't working for you?
No, it wasn't.
So you totally got poached.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, he was hitting. We went to see him, and they were playing like Bruno Mars and stuff, and it's like, no, that dude hits the drums way too hard. Like they kept doing this to him, like, chill, like quiet. And I was like, that's our guy right there.
All right. Because you threw my man Bruno Mars out, can you tell me a little bit about changing gears from Bruno Mars to, I mean, just fucking rock, man?
It was a big change. I mean, I think I handled it pretty well, but
Yeah.
it was a pretty big change.
Do you feel a lot of that R&B, hip hop, like the jazz stuff that infuses that coming into what you guys do?
Yes, actually, I feel like it did play a big part in like my own kind of like style that I've developed.
I like it.
Yeah, over the
You got
course.
any favorites?
Huh?
Favorite drummers?
Favorite drummers?
Yeah.
One of my top favorites has got to be Dave Grohl from.
My man, I knew it. Tell me a little bit. What made you want to start singing? Like you said, you actively like, I want to be in a band. Dang it! What made you decide that I'm going to freaking do it?
Well, I've been inspired. Like, I wanted to be a singer since I was like 4 years old, and the fact that like I think it was on VH1 where they were doing like these live bands and stuff like that. So the fact that they get to like perform for these big audience, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do exactly like them. I want to do like how AC/DC does it, and like Brian Johnson or like Vince Neil, Axl Rose. I want to be them. I want to be like where they are and sing for masses of people.
I love it. And you just haven't looked back since. Just like, screw it, I'm doing it. Just sacrifice whatever I got to do. And I know that it is. I mean, pursuing your dreams comes at a huge cost. Can you tell me a little bit about the music process and like what you guys are doing today and how those challenges and just shedding the adulting and say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to play music for a living. How did that fuel what you guys put out?
Dan, you want to take that?
It's a reminder that, you know, music, there's more to life than just working and just, you know, living a life that you don't love, you know. And so I think we've all decided that we were going to chase something that we love instead of, you know, being comfortable and, you know, choosing that life. And I think, you know, the bologna sandwiches and, you know, corn dogs and all that stuff, it's a rough life, but man, it's fun. You get to do cool interviews and, you know, see some really cool bands in this process, right?
I do want to say and shout out to people who have been following us from the very beginning down in our hometown. When we started for fun. It was a cover band. We were a cover band at the beginning. People kept asking us for original music. During the pandemic, it was a perfect time for us to come together and just write, and that's what we did. That was when we made that switch over to being an original artist. But we did it for them, and we never thought in a million years we'd be playing Rocklahoma, doing this. You know, this is crazy to see the crowd, to see this, to see this day happen. It's amazing and it's crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember the times we'd like stay. It was like 3 a.m. Be like, man, it'd be so cool to play Rocklahoma, man.
Oh yeah.
And we just like, you know, it was all jokes back then. And then one day we get a call and we're like, okay.
And it goes back to the fans, because we had a fan named Brian who pushed us to apply. If it wasn't for him, I don't know if we would have applied.
Yeah.
You know.
What's up, Bobby?
And we did it. And like Dan said, a few months later we got a call and we couldn't believe it.
Can you tell me about that call? Like, guys, guess what we're doing?
Oh man, I can tell you about that one. That was so. I was actually hanging with Kat, and we're just chilling, and I get a call from Eric, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you know, I gotta talk to you about something." I'm like, "Oh, dude, he's gonna fire me from the band for sure. I know it. This call can't be
There's
good, man.
news. He's got news."
And I'm like, "Oh man!" And so I'm like, "What, man? What's going on?" And he's like, "We gone to Rocklahoma," and I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, Kat's looking at me like, I'm in shock, and Kat's looking at me like, "What's going on, dude?" And I'm like, "We just gone to Rocklahoma," and just the room exploded. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, it was so like exact. You know, I did one of those big jumps. You know, where you're. So yeah, I mean, it was a really cool feeling. I'm not sure how Eric felt because they actually called him first.
Yeah, they called me. You know, I really couldn't believe it. It was amazing. Of course, I tried to act really cool, and like, yeah, you know, but no, inside I was exploding with.
Yeah, in the process, you scared me. I was like, oh.
It was, and shout out, thank you to Doug, and the Deb concert stage. I mean, he made a dream come true for all of us.
So tell me a little bit before I lose you guys to your busy schedule. You guys have got a lot of interviews, and that is so freaking awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. I love working with you guys. I love your music. Thank you so much for letting me play you all on the show as well. So tell us, we've seen you play Rocklahoma. You guys you've come across that hill, and now you guys see what is possible. What is next?
The sky's the limit. Like, just
Absolutely.
keep going forward. And because recently we're playing 2 shows in Los Angeles at the Whiskey. We're playing with Lita Ford and Stephen Piercing in December and Lita Ford in November. So I just tell myself, and we just tell like all of ourselves, like, just keep going, like keep working hard, keep doing what we're doing, and just the sky's the limit, man.
Absolutely. Congratulations so much for the success and this big break. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't lose faith, and keep putting yourself into your craft. Folks, before I wrap up every interview, I like to give you all the opportunity to directly acknowledge your fans. The folks who went out to the DEB concert stage inside the Roadhouse, the folks who are just seeing you for the first time, checking you out, wherever you get your music, you guys, let us know where to get it. But until then, folks, look at the camera, talk to your fans. The stage is yours.
Alrighty, hey guys, or you crazy motherfuckers.
There you go. It's okay.
You guys can check us out on our Instagrams, Facebooks, on Search Rocks Hard. You can check out our website, www.searchrockshard.com. Just keep coming to our shows. We love meeting you. We love seeing you guys. We love meeting new faces, especially old faces, especially like all of our fans that did come out to Oklahoma, made the drive here to come support us. So we love you. We appreciate you. And until next time, let's keep on rocking.
Thank you. Thank you. We do appreciate you, just like Kat said. We literally will do, there's nothing we wouldn't do for our fans. You don't know how much you mean to us. We know what it means to play to empty rooms. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless and long live rock and roll.
Absolutely. Once again, thank you so much for joining us all. Once again, folks, for Surge, I am Adam Richmond. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma. Until next time, rock on. And once again, that was my interview with the band Surge. And you know what? Because you guys had stuck around through the technical issues and we got that interview rolling, let's treat you all to some tasty tunes from that band you just heard from. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Surge.
Bro, this place is bitchin'.
And that was Crazy Little Bitch from Surge. Absolutely love that band, guys. And once again, you can see that full interview on our YouTube channel. Give it up, studio audience. What's up, y'all? Alrighty, also, what is up, Heath? I see Heath Wadsworth from Black Pearl, a.k.a. Sound Pearl, has joined us in the comments. Let's not forget his work with Rockavet. What is up, Heath? Alrighty, folks. Yes, we've been talking a little bit about, what's been going on in the area. We talked about SLUTfest, the supporting local unsigned talent, and we've talked about, Rocklahoma a couple of months ago. You know what? There's also another little thing happening, and it's going on this weekend. I'm talking about Cancer Sucks, the benefit put on by Cancer Sucks. What's the name of it? Yeah, there we go. 18th annual Cancer Sucks concert at Kane's Ballroom, hosted by Eddie Trunk, featuring Stephen Piercy of Rat with special guest Quiet Riot. Once again, that's November 30th, 2024, this weekend. Also, proud sponsors, DEB Concerts and the Rocklahoma Bitches. Speaking of, what is up, Kendra? Kendra is in the comments, one half of the Rocklahoma Bitches. Absolutely love Kendra. And you know what? Let's give a shout out while we're at it to all of those our active service men and women out there and our emergency first responders. Excuse me. We love being a part of Rockavet and giving back to all of that stuff. So, this event, Cancer Sucks, is going on this weekend. Let me pull up some details so we can get it all. Man, I am just totally unprepared this week, y'all. I don't have a script, my note cards, or anything. Cancer Sucks benefit. You can find it on Facebook. I'm going to pull it up right there. There we go. This Saturday, looks like the show's doors open at 7 o'clock. And you can get your tickets now available. You can go to the Canes website. You can check them out on Facebook. And tickets in advance are going for $30. So this is definitely a low-dose show, guys. You want to be out there. A lot of the rock family and community is going to be out there as well. And let's not forget, it is a good cause, because I don't know of anyone whose life hasn't been touched and impacted by cancer. And it is just something that it knows no limits regarding social status, ethnicity, place of origin, or anything. It's just one of those things, and it sucks that it's still around. And those organizations like this, they raise money for research and services and everything that go out to those affected by cancer. So it is very much a good cause, and I am going to be doing everything I can to get out there this weekend. You know what? Speaking of, that's what we were going to also talk about. So after I saw a really cool venue open up here in Tahlequah. It's called the Squeeze Inn, and it is a local bar that has just opened up, and it is a very nice place. And they got a nice little stage. They got an outdoor area. They got some retro games inside. They got some pool tables. And if you would like to come to my neck of the woods, you need to come down to the Squeeze Inn December 7th and check out this band that we've featured several times here on the show, Through It All. This is going to be December 7th, and $5 to get in, 21 and over. It is a bar. Doors open at 8 p.m. Be sure to check it out. It's the Squeeze Inn here in Tahlequah. Now, before I let you all go this week is Thanksgiving. It is this very special week. It is the week that we give thanks for everything that we have in our lives. And, it is a big holiday, and its origins are, but, we've all lost family in the last couple of years, and it really makes you think, and it really makes you be grateful for what we have. And despite all of the challenges we all deal with in our day-to-day business lives and our jobs and careers and all of that stuff, it is your family, it is your friends that make life that much better. You have people to go through it with, and you never know when those people aren't going to be with you anymore. So in that spirit, Thanksgiving is something that I know a lot of folks stress about, but don't get caught up in all of the stress of the holidays. Remember what it's all about, and it's about being together with your friends and your family, and just giving thanks for all of the things that you do have. But with that being said, folks, I'm going to go ahead and sign off before we get any more glitches in the matrix here. I do want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. There you go. If you would like your music featured here on Surviving Rocklahoma, it's easy. All you got to do is shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. If you're going to be playing in the area, submit your gigs as well. We'd like to let everybody know where to go to catch some local music. Also, remember, folks, follow, and subscribe to anywhere that you're consuming the podcast. And we are so grateful to have everybody there. And thank you, everybody, for donating stars. As remember, folks, the Stars Wars winners every week, every live stream, we will take the top donator and enter you in for a giveaway towards the end of the month. This week's winner will be announced next week. So we already see a couple of folks that's been donating stars. Thank you so much. We will let you all know who won this week. I need to get better at that, at letting you all know who all won every week. But we got a lot of stars. Thank you all so much for those. And let's see, what else do we got? Alrighty. We also want to thank, once again, we want to thank our sponsors, DEB Concerts, At Your Service Rentals, Rockavet, bringing music to veterans because music is medicine. Also, Rocklahoma Bitches, proud cheerleaders for the local music scene. The big old bus, bringing a busload of debauchery for several years now. Rocklahoma and Festivals Abroad. And once again, folks, it was a rocky show, but we got through it. Thank you all, everybody, for joining us in the live stream. And let's go ahead and give another cheers as we kick off this week. We'll see you guys next time. On behalf of Pryor's Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, cheers. All righty. Now, as always, folks, stay on the positive side of life. And until next time, rock on.